Hi there, this is Keith, the IT teaching guy. Today I went over IP addressing, and IP addresses provide unique identifiers for hosts and networks. They go over the picture here. You see an IPv4 address. It says every IPv4 address is made up of 4 bytes or octets totaling 32 bits. So you can see one byte equals 8 bits. So there's 8 bits in 1 byte. And 32 bits altogether or equal 4 bytes. Okay, separated by the decimals. How the first and subsequent octets are used for the network ID depends on which class the address falls into. There are 3 main classes: Class A, Class B, and Class C. IP addresses can be public, private, or a PIPA assigned. And we'll take a look at those. You can see here the picture. And going in and looking at the classes, Class A ranging from 121 to 126. Class B addresses from 128 to 191, and Class C from 192 to 223 for those. The first bit is always 0, but as you see here in the picture, 0 and 127 are reserved. So you can count, and they went over Class D and Class E, but those are more reserved, private. So for the A plus 22801, you just know Class A, Class B, and Class C, and that's how they used to have it, as class subnet or class IP addressing. And today they actually have classless networks with the IPv6. So we'll talk about that now, the IPv6. And they went from IPv4, deployed in 1981, to IPv6, deployed in 1999. You can see a little bit of the differences, going from a 32-bit number to a 128-bit number. The address format going from a dotted decimal notation to a hexadecimal notation. And you can see the little bit of the differences and how they do that. But IPv6 was created to provide a wider range of IP addresses. Over time, as the internet grew, the IPv4 addresses, they were losing the amount. They're running out of space. So they created IPv6, and this system uses 128-bit instead of 32-bit, you see. So there's a lot more room for addresses. And the addresses, as I said, they're written in hexadecimal notation. And you can use double colons to shorten the notation. You can see how it says address format in IPv6, and then the length of it, and then prefix notation. And wherever you see like a they would talk about like a groups of zeros, you can use double colons to shorten that the address. Or if there's zeros in the beginning of the address, you don't have to write zeros out. But you can learn more about IPv6 on your own. This is the basics for the A plus 22801 test, and IPv4 addresses as well. And then they said there are 3 main types of addresses with IPv6: unicast, multicast, and anycast addressing. And you can see the IPv6 addresses, unicast, multicast, and anycast communicate specified to one computer. Multicast communicate group of computers, and then the anycast can receive multiple computers but receive one computer. So that's it for the 8+220 801.